I was recently contacted by Fanttik, and they asked me if I'd like to take a look at their brand new NEXL1 Pro electronic screwdriver. Well, I said yes, I definitely would, and they very kindly sent me one along. It's a very nicely designed rechargeable electronic screwdriver. Has a number of very interesting features, of which we'll take a look at very shortly. It's quite well made. I like the quality. We actually have a little bit of a rubber here to get hold of, and the same the other side. A couple of buttons, little screen, charging port there, and obviously somewhere to mount your screwdriver bits. It arrives very nicely presented in this box. With all the instructions and what have you on it. You open it up. I believe you've been expecting me. And it says how to use me. Then opening it up, first thing we find, a little fridge magnet. Put that to one side. Then we have the instruction book, which is quite good, multilingual, fully detailed. Tells you everything you need to know about using the screwdriver, including charging it, after sales services, etc. So it's quite a useful instruction booklet there. Then we have the tool itself and its little carry case, which is quite nicely designed. A nice texture on the top there, Fanttik, little sliding lock just here. And it's actually two-tone, so it's black underneath and grey on the top, which I think is quite nice. Open it up, and here we have the tool itself, with an assortment of screwdriver bits, little adapter here, and a smaller screwdriver bit, and we also get the charging cable in here too. It's all kept together quite nicely. There's even a little bit attached here, you can see that little bit there, just to stop the screwdriver bits from rattling. Attaching and removing the screwdriver bits is very easy. You simply push it into the little chuck here. There is a little magnet in there. Hopefully you saw that, the magnet pulled it in. But to remove the bits, you just pull the collar forward and it ejects the screwdriver bit. There's the magnet down there. You can see it, pull it in. It's got quite a grip of it as it is. You can see that, and then you push it in and it will lock it in so that it will not come out until you eject it. On the front of the drill we have this black ring here. What's that all about? A little gentle push on the trigger. There we go. We have some lighting so you can see what you're doing in the dark with the thing. The trigger acts a bit like a throttle, so you just pull it a little bit, starts the light up, and then we get a slow rotation. And you can actually control the speed of the screwdriver with the trigger. On top of the device we have this screen and two buttons. This one here is a direction control, so this is reverse, forwards. We have the charge, that's how much charge you've got in there, it's full charge, and this is the different torque settings. So by pushing this button just here you can control the torque settings up to 6 and back down to 1 again. Forward, reverse, well, that switch just there. Charging is accomplished using this USB-C, so it's a thoroughly modern USB here for charging. You simply plug it into the bottom of the screwdriver like so. It snaps in there like you just heard, and then we connect it to our charging block. I've got one phone charger here, power it up. As you can see, it has started to charge it. It's already pretty full as it is, as you can see here. and these will become solid once it's charged. Okay, so charging time depends on what kind of a charger you use. If you've got a 2 amp charger, it will take 1.5 hours, and a 1 amp charger 3 hours, and both of those are obviously 5 volts. Okay, so the torque settings on this vary from, we've got maximum torque settings, what they class as hard, is 6 Newton meters and down to 4 Newton meters. We also have the minimum torque settings of 0.5 Newton meters down to 0.3 Newton meters, depending on what you're working with, I guess. Okay, so enough talking about the Fanttik NEX L1 Pro. Perhaps you ought to get it down in the workshop to see what it can actually do. Let's get down there. Okay, so here we are in the workshop. I want to give this thing a good workout because I want to see exactly what it can do, because it's supposed to have multiple settings, as we know. We've got a hard setting there and a soft setting just here, so let's try the lowest setting first, shall we? So it comes with this nice little screwdriver bit here, which is ideal for small work, tiny work, so just pop that in there. Oop, leave it in there, right in. So I've got this little cheap plastic radio controlled car here, and it's got some screws, as you can see, in there. Let's see what we can do. Let's get it out. Hang on. There we go. Just reverse it. Okay. Now we can see we've got the screw out. Oops, not that one. Right, here we go. Right, and so we want forward mode. Number 1 setting. Oh, blimey, yeah, I felt that. Wow, took that down quite nicely. It might go a bit too far with it though. Let's have another go at this. Hang on. This is only just cheap plastic, this thing is. So let's have a look. There we go. Just gone off, and you can see the light flashing there to say that it's just gone out on torque. Nice. Okay, so I've got this is a fairly hardish chunk of wood here. Let's clamp it into the vise. There we go. We'll try a selection of screws, but I'm going to start out with this little fellow right here. Okay. We'll just make a hole in the wood, just like so. It's not a drilled hole, it's just a hole for it to start in. There we go. Right in. Let's get the Fanttik set up for this one. We'll eject out this small little screwdriver bit, and then we'll pop in this more applicable PH2, this Phillips number 2. Pop that in there and see what we can do. Okay, for a start then, we'll leave it set at the lowest setting here and see how far it'll drive the screw in. Not very far. There we go. It's flashing again to show that it's maxed out. So let's try 3, setting number 3. Yoink! And again, it flashes once we get down to the, as you can see, flashes to show you they've got to the maximum torque there. And it has driven the screw in quite nicely there. So what's it like at getting it out? Right in. Reverse. There we go. Nice. Well, it's fairly warm too, that screw. Blimey. Tell you what, let's go forward. Try putting it in without making a hole this time. And back out again. Youch. Yeah, it's getting warm now. Okay, let's see how it gets on with a 3-inch screw then, shall we? Right in. I'm not making a hole for this to go in. We just put it in. Make sure it's going in forwards. Right in. Let's see how it goes. Oh. Oh, it's gone off. We need a bit more torque, so I'll max out the torque. Oh, I stopped it. God, blimey, yeah, can't manage that one then. Not without a pre-drilled hole, obviously. Obviously you're going to need a pre-drilled hole. Come on. Oh, it doesn't like that. There we go. Oh, wow. Doesn't like putting in a 3-inch screw without a pre-drilled hole then, obviously. But let's give it a go again. Oh, so it does better with a pre-drilled hole, as it were, pre-drilled. And it's actually driven it out at the bottom of the wood, look. Look at that. Nice. So the obvious question is, have we damaged the supplied driver bit? Because it was skipping and jumping in there, wasn't it? Well, I can't see too much damage to this driver bit. Looks okay to me. I think it's maybe taking some of the plating off, or whatever, the coating off of it a little bit, but it's I don't think it's done too much damage to it, to be honest with you. Look at that. That's good. So they supplied decent bits with the Fanttik then. Now this is what I class as a cheap bit. This is like almost made of paper mache. This is not supplied by Fanttik. This is one of my cheap ones. In fact, let's have a look. You can see the difference here straight away. So I'm going to give this cheapy bit a go on that same screw and see what we can do to the bit here. Okay, so in goes the cheap bit. It's taking it quite nicely. Let's move over to the screw here. Get it started. See what we can do with it, if anything at all. Oh, get it the right way around. There we are, right in. Oh. There we go. Now I should say what we've done here is, yes, absolutely mullered the driver bit. And as I say, I must add that this is not a driver bit supplied by Fanttik. This is one of my cheaper ones, and this is why it's not a good idea to buy cheap screwdriver bits. It's done no damage to the screw head at all, but it's completely mullered the cheapo driver bit. Right, so you can, as I say, you can burn things straight into the wood without using a pilot hole. There we go. Sorted. And the torque is quite good as well. Look, flashes when we get to the torque setting we need. And this is how hard this screw is in here. Just listen to this. Oh, wow. So, it does a pretty damn good job, this little thing. Okay, so how good is the light on the end of this thing here? There we go. Oh, look at that. Nice. Fantastic. Okay then, what a cool little driver. The Fanttik NEX L1 Pro. Wow, very nicely made, solidly made. It does exactly what it says on the box, and you can see we've actually put some tough screws in there. Nice. Alright then, so as we can see, it does a pretty damn good job popping screws in for you. Get that back in there. There we go. So yeah, what a superb little screwdriver, electric screwdriver. Nice and comfortable to hold. As I say, we've got some rubber inserts just here. The quality is definitely there. Very nice. What do you think, guys? Quite like that. So thank you very much to Fanttik for sending this little fellow in. Thank you very much, guys. Very nice indeed. Quite like it. I will put a link down in the descriptive text down below, so pop down there and you can go straight along to Fanttik and take a look at this very nice little screwdriver here. Reversible, rechargeable, variable torque settings as we've seen there. What a wonderful little piece of equipment. Alright then, guys, I like this and I can highly recommend it if you want one. Check out, as I say, the Fanttik website from my link down below. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed popping over and taking a look at this very nice little driver here. And I do hope that you'll pop back again in the very near future, because I'm sure I'll have something else, either new tool or vintage tool related, for you guys to take a look at. But yes, fantastic piece of kit. I do like that a lot. Alright then, guys, well, thanks for popping over. Thanks for taking a look, and I'll catch you next time.